And Taratazda, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kylaris, and I must apologise because the past two videos that I released, apparently the sound was terabad and I didn't check it beforehand and it was terabad and I'm so sorry. But if you did watch those videos, then you are true fans of awesomeness, regardless of the sound quality issues. So once again I apologise for that, that was dumbass. So yes, we are back on Zelnaga Caverns, and today I'm going to be bringing you a game between Minigun, who is a 2K Diamond player on the US realms, against HasHe, who is also in a similar position on the US realms, I believe. This is going to be a PvT, and from what I know of Minigun, he is very predominantly known on the actual US StarCraft forums, as I do check those quite often to see what's going on over there, because it's always interesting to see what's going on. And from what I know, he is a very big contributor on there, so that's nice to know. And HasHe, I know nothing about HasHe, so that's all good. But he does have this cool little symbol on his command center, and Minigun has just the normal one. I don't know why I'm talking about that. I like looking at these symbols for some reason. They're always very interesting. Anyway, this game is potentially going to be the longest game I have ever casted, and I'm getting frame rate lag. 1 second. Sorry about that. Honestly, I don't know why I get frame rate lag recently. It's only just recently. My first videos or whatever, I never had frame rate lag, but oh well, screw it. Anyway, let's go to the production tab and see what's going on. Barracks going up for HasHe as well as a refinery, and from Minigun we see a very standard gate and a simulator, as well as that second pylon going down at 16 just to make sure he keeps ahead of the game. Very, very normal, and we do see this probe of Minigun moving into the base now. Going to have a bit of a scout around, see what's going on. I would like to have seen him poke at that SCV, but it doesn't matter too much as that barracks was almost complete anyway. We see a marine that is going to be coming out very soon for HasHe and is going to be fending off this probe as quickly as possible, as well as another supply depot going down, so he keeps ahead of the game as well. We do see the cybernetics core now going down for Minigun, and it seems like we'll be seeing stalkers very soon, as I don't know why that's such a bold claim. He could be going anything for all I know, so ignore that. Although he is getting that zealot out whilst the cybernetics core is going down. A very, very, very standard play from the Protoss player here, as well as putting a pylon in this upwards position just to make sure he can spot any kind of drops or tricky play that the Terran player does do. This probe has been shooed out by this marine now, although not taking much damage, probably just taking shields and then recharging. Good to keep your probe in this position here, just to make sure you can notice any kind of forward push that HasHe is going to be making as a Protoss player. And we do see a refinery? We do see a reactor now going down on that barracks, which is just complete. Anyway, chrono boosting out this stalker, so I was right with this stalker, but it's always good to get this stalker early on against any player, really, just to make sure that you can fend off any kind of push that is going to be coming your way. And chrono boosting 2 stalkers out now, so interesting play in order to be able to just kind of fend off anything that does come along. And we don't see much else going on. Warp gates is being researched, and now a command center being created for HasHe, so he's going to be fast expanding off 2 racks, along with this tech lab going down on this second one, throwing down a few mules. That mule's just about to die, and marauders now coming out because they're super awesome for Terran players and they love them to bits. One stalker just coming up here to have a little poke around. I imagine he's going to be going up the ramp to see what's going on here, and going to be moving back quite quickly, since these marines will give him a good run for his money. Poking up with that probe, and nice micro there, taking out that probe. Had he not moved those units out, he would have been able to get away with that probe. But now we do see Minigun is going to be expanding. I'm pretty sure he did see that expansion. Let me just see if he saw it. No, he didn't actually see that expansion. So he's just going to be expanding regardless. So we're looking at a long, long macro game here, ladies and gents. So sit back and enjoy the ride, as I imagine it's going to be a long one. Maybe, as I said before, the longest I have ever cast. So hopefully my voice will not die in the next 2 minutes, because if it does, I'm going to have to stop. So, nice saturation going on here from Minigun at this point. He's going to be wanting to transfer over to that simulator as soon, and he has done. And throwing down 2 more gateways and a robo facility. So, nice play from Minigun here. Very, very standard. We do see that orbital command coming out for HasHe as quickly as possible, as well as a factory going down for HasHe. He does have a nice contingent here of marines and marauders. which will keep him alive through anything that does randomly go on. Although Marine, doing quite a bit of scouting here, going the long way around, going to be poking in to see if this Nexus is up, and he does see this Nexus, and is going to be moving back. I'm not so sure that he saw that Marine there, although a lot of units are coming down here to reinforce these mineral patches. And it seems like Stim is almost done for the Terran player, as well as, whoa, what the hell happened then? As well as a starport being thrown up as well, just to make sure he can reinforce these units with medivacs, as they're always very problematic for any kind of Protoss player. And we do see now an observer has just finished. All these warp gates now warping in. Excuse me. So, leaving a few units in each mineral patch here, just making sure that he can kind of attack any drops that do come along. And we do see now throwing this pylon up in behind these brush in order to be able to try and take out in order to give him vision behind this brush. And stimming now, trying to take out this probe. Interesting tactic, stimming with these units, getting a nice stim and committing to this attack. We do see a Guardian Shield being thrown up there, is going to be absorbing a lot of the damage from these units, but these Zealots did get mashed pretty quickly there, and that sentry did pay its weight in gold. Oh my god, I can't talk ever. And now this Marine just picking off a few probes. He does have 2 kills, so he did get 2 probe kills. So that was quite a nice exchange for HasHe there, although didn't do as much damage as I think he would have liked to have done. He did lose a lot of units at that point. That stim was probably not the best idea, since this was quite a strong force of units here. And we do see a Twilight Council. No, we see a pylon being thrown down. That was interesting. He did have a Twilight Council planned, but cancelled that at the last minute to throw down that pylon. Oh, so that Twilight Council is actually being thrown down at a forward position now. Quite interesting. And we do see another assimilator going down, as well as concussive shells being researched for the Terran player, and an engineering bay going down, so he can get those +1 upgrades for his units. Nice comsat there, being able to pick off that observer, denying his opponent scouting, but we do see that Minigun has a nice, quite nice control of the map currently, being able to spot any kind of attacks that do come out from the Terran player. And we do see now a missile turret going down in forward position for HasHe, just to be able to pick off any kind of DT play or more observers, and that observer is gonna potentially, let's have a look where that's rallied to. No, he probably won't get picked off by that missile turret, although we will see in the near future. We do see now Zealot legs being researched for Minigun, as well as a move out by HasHe. I would be quite surprised by this move out, although these 2 medivacs are going to provide very nice support. Moving that probe back just to make sure it doesn't get picked off. Every unit counts, ladies and gentlemen, and this observer spotting this, going to be moving around, leaving itself in the middle of the map. Nice positioning on that observer, since it can spot quite a lot from that position. This is going to be quite a scary force right here. Although that being said, if he gets some nice force fields, oh, catching 1 unit off guard there. He really needs to force field there and catch a few of these units in this point here. That would be really good. It would really shut down this forward push completely. Although that being said, uploading 8 Marines into this medivac right now, and currently Minigun must see this as he's moving a few units up to the base here. Nice pick off of these units here. He's going to be able to fend this off quite easily, leaving a few units here as well to be able to pick off any units that do come and try and kill his forward base. Dropping a few more Marines there. I think he was quite scared that that was going to get picked off, since it did only have 10 HP and it would have gone down from 1 more Stalker shot. So now just bringing this observer over here in order to be able to see what is going on. We do see a Twilight Archive has been made. A few High Templar have come out, and Psystorm is being researched. As you can see, Minigun does see these units moving back, so he's going to be fine at this point. And Minigun right now looks like he's going to be dropping here. I think he might be breaking down the rocks in order to make a gold expansion, but it doesn't seem so. He is making a command center there, and it seems like, yes, he is going to be going for that gold expansion. So at this point, it seems like Minigun realises that his opponent is going for pretty much Marine Marauder medivac, and these High Templars are going to cause him a lot of pain if they can get some good Psystorms off, since it rips through these Marines and does quite a lot of damage to these Marauders as well. We do see a few more barracks being put down, as well as Starport with the reactor, just to make sure that he can get as many refinery medivacs out as possible. And we do see a Ghost Academy as well, which is going to mean EMP is going to be landing on these units. Also going to be trying to EMP the High Templar in order to make sure that they can't do as much Storm as Minigun would like, and a few more gateways going down as well, just to be able to reinforce his gateway strong unit. At this point, me being who I am, I would love to see Hallucination, but I doubt Hallucination is going to be researched, because, to be honest, I mean, Hallucination does tank a lot of damage, and I'm surprised this Observer hasn't been comsat and picked off yet, but it seems like that's going to be done some other time. We do see a Nexus going down, as well as a plur of things being made. Immortal, the Kaidarian Amulet, more Ghosts in production, as well as Marines, Medivacs, SCVs, the Mobius Reactor being made for Ghosts as well, in order to make sure they've got more energy in order to be able to EMP. Nice saturation going on both of these bases. He's going to have a really healthy transfer, Maynard them over, once that expansion does get up and running. And as you can see here, HasHe does have this gold expansion now up and running as well. Again, nice saturation on all these bases really, but not as nice as Minigun's. Minigun's in a nice position here with this saturation, and it seems like HasHe is going to be throwing down a sensor tower in this forward position just to be able to see what's going on. And a lot of energy on these Medivacs right now. It'd be nice to see some feedback on these from the High Templar, although he is going to be moving in. He did comsat this area to see what was going on, and it seems like a stim has been dropped, and EMPing all those High Templar. That's going to spell bad news for Minigun at this point. He really needs to pull out, as I'm not so sure he can win this. But oh, a nice Storm going down there from reinforcing High Templar, and I'm quite surprised that no, this is going to be bad for Minigun at this point. I really do think he should have pulled out after that EMP did get land.